Hello everyone and welcome back to Ease, the Ark of Napishtim, or E6, the Ark of Napishtim. Yeah, I'm streaming again, and today I managed to do it from the place with better internet, so everything should go pretty well. Yeah, so I don't really want to do extremely long introduction like I pretty much do it every other time. I feel like I know that there are few streamers that do it like that, but I don't know if I want to do that. So it's a little bit hard to distinguish between giving a long intro about what happened and all of that stuff. Back to I have a feeling that I always forget to set up the stream correctly. So yeah, I want to keep it brief because I'm pretty much still searching anyway where we need to go next. Because yeah, last time we went around a little bit, defeated one monster, and then searched for the place where we have to go next. And I don't know where that is. I tried to go into the mountain, or not into the mountain. We were at the mountain, and there were a few other locations around there. Most notably a giant bee that we definitely couldn't beat, and the other thing we had was a yeah, but there was the bee and there was the limestone cave, both of which people warned us about. Oh, not really about the bee. The bee was just there. I don't know if we have to beat it later or if it's just a kind of boss. So I'm trying to find out where to go next because I don't really have a lot of options. I talked with everyone in the village here and talked with everyone in the human village. I mean, I don't know if I have to talk with them again. Maybe I have to do that. Maybe I don't. But before I'm exhausting that option again, I'd like to try and see if we can go somewhere else. Here. I was just testing if the stream quality was acceptable. I mean, the problem is I was trying to set up the stream earlier and kind of test it, and the problem was that I didn't really get to or that I did get to change the settings because I kind of have to, because here I can stream at a much higher bitrate and also still only nope. Looks like also here is a bad spot. No, but I can just go further. I mean, maybe I just have to maybe I just have to walk through here. I don't know. So what this yeah, it was an equipment thing. Okay, this is for gold. Review curse. Okay, confusion. I don't know if there were many situations where we got hit by confusion a lot. But yeah, right now I'm pretty much trying to find the place where we have to go next. And it's not that easy. I probably have to talk with everyone in town again, because I just cannot. Maybe I have to do it, maybe I don't. Because the only thing I can really remember was that this is a big area. The only thing I can really remember is that I brought the mirror fragment I found back to Orha. And her sister. Isha, and talked with them, and then I went back, and then I didn't really know what to do. So this is pretty much the quest to find out where to go next. And I mean, I know these aren't the most exciting parts of any playthrough. I mean, if I could, I'd really like to just cut down on it, but that would also take away a little bit from the experience of finally getting it. And yeah, because I'm one of those people that like to find out where to go and what to do next on their own. I don't really like to use walkthroughs or anything like that. At least until I played through the game one time on my own. Because there are often a few pretty dumb sections where you don't really know what you have to do, and then if you just have a walkthrough, you can say, well, that wasn't really a problem, that wasn't really that bad, while in reality it was really bad, and I don't really want it to be that. Because I know there are a lot of people that rather avoid that and that say, awesome, if there is a stupid section, tell me about it, because then I can avoid it, or then I don't really have to deal with it that much, and that maybe makes me like the game more, and that's totally fine. But I'm kind of I'm of the opinion that I'd like to take everything that comes with the game, the good and the bad, when it's about a normal playthrough, because 100% is an entirely different thing, because Yes, I went to Isha already. Normally he gives me options, so I don't know, maybe there is a trigger. I have to talk with her again after talking with him, but I think I already did that, and oh my god. And it's always something really obvious. For example, I did play through Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, and in the first chapter, after the prologue, there okay, well, there's nothing. There was a section where you had to find Niall, who is a reporter, and I didn't really know where to search for him, and lo and behold, he was cramped up in a bar in the corner, and it just wasn't an obvious place for me. I went there, I think, a few times, and I went because I couldn't find him around the entire surrounding areas. Did optional tower and something like that, and I went everywhere and nothing. And I think I searched around for like 2 hours. Yes. Maybe we have to... Okay, I'm trying to go... to maybe... Maybe I should go to the bridge again from this side, because they said that they wanted to repair the bridge. I mean, to be fair, they said it for a long time, so I don't really know if this is the place where I have to go. But I have to try. I mean, maybe it triggers that the bridge is repaired when I get there. Because otherwise I don't know where, according to my level right now, I should go. Maybe I should just teleport back to the mountain and grind a bit more there. But on the other hand, I did pretty well against the last boss, and since then there wasn't really anything else to do, so I mean, I hate these parts. Because you really don't know if it's just your fault for being stupid or the game's fault for not really telling you how to go. And I mean, again, I said this in the previous stream, it's not that bad if you that if they want you to explore a little and then help you, because then you can do that. But I really feel like they are trying a little bit too hard to let you walk around all the time, and nope. nothing here again. So, the village is probably wrong, so let's try. Let's try Port Rush again. Oh yeah, because I think I didn't really talk about it during other streams, but I now have a follower goal. Yeah. The as you can see, I was playing through the first Legend of Heroes games, the first Trades in the Sky titles, first chapter and second chapter, and on one hand I like those games, they're good RPGs, but I don't really love them like apparently pretty much anyone else who plays these games does. So I'm really trying to get behind that mindset. Oh my god, I lost my train of thoughts. Where was I? Oh yeah, Trades in the Sky. These are really interesting games, and they're. I can see why a lot of people really like these games, but I feel like they're exaggerating a little bit too much. Since I can see why, for example, you'd like the world building and everything else about it, the characters and so on and so forth. I mean, maybe there's some info on this tabula. No, I cannot really see it. I'm... Oh. Okay, yeah, let's not forget to save. I just now remember that after I got the treasure chest I didn't save. I mean, we didn't really do anything else, so it wouldn't have been that bad, but... Yeah, after the glitch last time, I'd rather avoid the chance of getting soft locked in this town. But yeah, back to Trades in the Sky. I try to yeah, so I think the follow goal was at 25 followers right now, and when we reach that number, I'll play Trades in the Sky, the third, which is the third game in the series, which might be a weird entry point. And I know that it's probably not a good goal, but I thought optimally, the Follow Goal should be a game that I kind of want to play, but also a little bit reluctant about, because I take so long to finish these games. I take pretty much years to finish these Trades in the Sky games. I finished the first game, but I never really finished the second game. Still not right now, and because yeah, when we get that goal, I'll probably look into it. That my next playthrough would be Trails of the Sky Third, but it won't be. Depending on how long this takes, it won't really be that long. Temple of Swords again? 230, that's... Looks like it would still take a while. But yeah, so if we reach that follow goal, I'll play Trades in the Sky Third. And I'll finish the second game shortly before, because I'm pretty much at the end game. And there is technically no reason for me to not finish this game, but I don't know. Whenever I play these games, I kind of feel a little bit of burnout from them at the same time. Because I never really managed to finish these games without a giant multi-month gap in between. And it's really hard to for me to finish these. But I mean, as it's looking right now, that it might be a long time until we even reach 5. Oh my god. Especially since right now no one is watching live. I mean, I don't know if that one live person is because I normally try to have the stream up in the background to check if there are any major drops, because I don't really have a... Because the live feedback that you get in the program only shows kind of the recording and how it looks to you, but not how it is with bitrate conversion and other Twitch related stuff. Might take still a while till I get them. I mean, I really cannot remember if there was any sign about which direction we have to go. And the problem with sections like these is normally when you're streaming you kind of have the chat and you can interact with the chat like that, but unfortunately chat right now is not there. Because that's an advantage for if you're watching smaller streamers. If you're watching a smaller streamer, you have a lot more possibilities to interact with them and kind of help them and other viewers to spend the time quicker when there's nothing really happening in the game. That's why some RPGs are pretty nice for streaming, because you have a lot of downtime that you can use to talk with anyone about, and that didn't really happen. Or normally I have one viewer, but today, I mean, I want to see if that is really one viewer is really because I have that test stream in the background, because this time I closed it. Yeah, find the other fragments. Back to Olha, and now I again. It's not yeah, another thing that was and maybe I kind of forgot to mention it. I think I tried to talk about it, but then I forgot about it. Yeah. So the aspect ratio might be a little bit weird because I kind of set it up to be HD resolution. But unfortunately, I don't know why. I mean, I even paused the stream and then open it up again. But nope. I even paused the stream and then open it up again. But nope. Yeah. Checking something. Yeah, okay, there, it doesn't seem to be that I'm counting towards the viewers that watch my stream, so yeah, okay. So generally I have that one viewer. I mean, this is pretty much okay. Now the number changed again right as I closed it. Yeah, so things to talk about. I mean, if there were any people in the chat that wanted to talk about something, I'm sure that it would have been the Nintendo Direct, the Pokemon Direct that aired today. Because I'm also still an active player of Pokemon. I thought so. But yeah, Pokemon Direct was okay. I mean, pretty much the usual stuff that you think about when you think about Game Freak and Pokemon, and how you want there to be some really cool new changes, and then it's pretty okay, but nothing really that particularly great. I mean, there wasn't anything in the Direct that I hated. So that was pretty nice. I think I can teleport. But if there is anyone at the lower level, nope. Okay. I have no idea what those colored triangles mean. Ah, okay, these are the teleport points. Because I looked and I only saw the red one, or I only looked at one of them, but there were multiple, but you cannot really see them that well. Maybe there's something at the peak, because I think last time this went down. But yeah, again, this is for the arcade people, and I really think if I'm ever becoming a bigger streamer than I am right now, which doesn't seem really that likely, but if it ever happens, then these streams probably won't be that high quality compared to what I'll do in the future, because I mean, you can pretty much see that I'm still trying to find my train of thought, and then kind of stopping sometimes when I'm talking. I mean, I don't know where to go. Oh my god. Because the thing is, I do pretty good damage, but I don't really get any experience points from these guys, which means I'm wrong here. And it's not like I didn't get any really important items. These are just... yeah. I don't really know. Oh god, I have to... I'm sweating. But yeah, I mean, it's a thing with any content creator. They will always say they thought their old videos, even if you think they are good, that they were really bad. And yeah, I can understand why. I mean, I can understand the thought process behind it, because when I look at it like that, I'm really trying to I'm really trying to make this go a little bit better. I don't know, maybe it would be better as a co-commentator, or if I had someone else would kind of play off of me, because I know right now don't really have the hang of talking and playing at the same time that well. These guys do 70 damage, so I mean there was a guy that was standing right here, right in the entrance, and that was telling us we shouldn't go in there. And now he isn't there anymore. But I can't really think that we're supposed to go there. I mean, is it just that I'm missing? I mean, there are only two options. What's happening right now? I'm either missing a story flag. So that I for some reason didn't talk with someone. There's someone that I have to talk with. I can't really remember who it is. That I have to do something. That I have to go somewhere. I mean, it cannot be the section at the top left because I at the top left of the forest. Yeah, in Quatara. You can see now that there was a shrine, and that we couldn't really do anything there. I mean, again, the Zemeth Sanctum, we maybe could go there if we had a boat or something, but that definitely needs some story development for that will happen. I mean, we still have these guys. That so much trouble to before. And I mean, they still give decent experience points, so we technically could grind these guys. But yeah, this is pretty much impossible. Okay, so these kind of boss enemies are... I mean, again, look at this. Look at the stupid hitbox that these guys have, and that you. I mean, I hate these guys. They have such a large hitbox. You cannot really move out of it. That's the worst part. Okay, so I didn't really get a warp point at the shrine. And so yeah, but I think the first kind of let's play or streams will never really be that good if you're not used to kind of doing this kind of content. And I mean, I know I looked around, it technically takes a long time until you find some people that would really watch your content, or that you really get a viewer that would really chat with you, or that you, or in general that you'd get a chat that interacts with each other, because of course the first hurdle is pretty big. I mean, the exception is obviously if you're kind of a if you, for example, more present in social media, or you're writing critiques otherwise, or do some other kind of content where you can kind of promote this, or where people then know that you're doing streams and that they then can support you. We don't really have a boat. I mean, okay, now I'm back to I'm trying to go into the ruins, because I think we had the red wall there, and maybe it was just that I had the wrong sword for opening that wall, and this was what we had to do. And then I'm going to be mad, because I did talk about doing something like that. But it probably had the wrong sword. It's probably going to be... Because then that's the only place where I'm confident that I could have missed something. And I know that there are multiple doors down there. But yeah, again, I think I'll probably talk a little bit more about the Pokemon Direct again. Since, I don't know, maybe if in 3 years people, more people kind of watch my streams and try to watch the first playthroughs where I'm stumbling around, stumbling like an idiot and always saying M. Because I know I do that. I did an anime podcast about new areas of the seasons, kind of regularly, once a month, and so I know what kind of things I mostly talk about, and the problems I have while that happens. And it's not really that easy to get into talking, or to get into the flow and to kind of establish a style about how you want to do it. I mean, for me, it's generally, I'm more of a I'm more like a neutral person Oh my god, so stupid. Ah, I knew red crystal. Okay, could I do something with the sword? I now have the sword. Let's try it again. Hit it with the blue sword. Oh no, nothing happens. Maybe I'm wrong here. Ah. Yep. I probably did something with a blue door. I forgot about it. And even if I didn't forget about it, I probably wouldn't do anything about it. But with everything said, we're at a new place. Oh, finally. Oh, again, after only wasting 45 minutes and I think 1 hour during the last stream. So it kind of accumulates to about 2 hours of walking around aimlessly. I mean, I don't know, I already talked about how something like this happened Race in the Sky first chapter and it happened here again. I mean, maybe it's a thing of Falcon games. Architecture here, really nice. Yup. When you see enemies that would probably give you a lot of MS. This attack is good for routes and also flinch. We're doing something again. Okay, here you cannot fall. I mean, these are some things where I'd like to have kind of an indicator that you can kind of fall down those first few floors, but then when you get here, you pretty much cannot. Since these are new enemies, they probably give a good amount of experience points. Okay, so we have west and east side exit. Okay, cool. You have to go a little bit near the microphone again. Okay, you cannot really jump up there. I mean, this kind of gives me the impression that we're probably gonna get double jump here, since you also did get the ability to double jump during the following two games, and it would be weird if they have it during these games and not here, because I also really like the ability to double jump. Oh my god. Level up so you now have more health again. these jumpy guys are. They aren't really that bad. You kind of have wait for the timing and then hope that they don't jump up again, because then it's dodging again and trying to find the there is a limit to these. I didn't know that. And okay, no, I'm how? how are these ruins so far south if we entered pretty much through the entrance near port? I mean, I guess since the bridge is around there, but it doesn't really feel like it's that far away from the port, because that's only one screen to get to the ruins and to the bridge. I mean, yeah, that's a little bit of, now that I think about it, that's a little bit of a weird distance between the port and until you reach the ruins. I mean, the ruins that you get the first time you try to reach Port Rimroch. Let's go there and buy some stuff, and then sell one of those waters, since apparently I probably have to sell two, because what when I get another one and I never really used one of these? I mean, this is a problem in any RPG. You only have a limited amount of these items, and you don't really want to use them during earlier boss fights, because you don't know if you get more of these or if you can buy them later, and then you never use them. Only 5, because it definitely considers 2 of these, and with that we can buy the better equipment. +7 +8. I mean, it's a little bit disappointing that you don't really get special effects. I mean, the other armor I think was also a standard armor that you can buy, and that one has a special effect, and this one don't, and this one doesn't. So, okay, let's get back to the ruins. Yes, but we pretty much don't find the laser. Okay, right now 5,000. Two of these. Oh, 500. These guys still give a lot of experience points. not... I mean, it's pretty much as long as you're swinging the sword around, you pretty much move forward and guys have a hard time to hit you. Yeah, but now we kind of have the... Now you can already see the balancing issue again, but now it's the other way around, because, okay, now I'm going to it's 2. These things only do 2 damage. I mean, these are standard enemies, so it could be that it's just like before the mountain where some of the enemies did 20 damage and others or 25, and oh no, it was pretty much a 2-shot almost. But yeah, again, if I'm if I'm ever going to get more viewers, please take into account that these streams were my pretty much first ones, and this is still a blind playthrough. I mean, I wouldn't really mind doing games I already played before, but I'm not really comfortable until I myself do something new with them, so either 100% runs or either 100% or blind. These beam guys are really annoying, because I mean, now I'm definitely sure that we get double jump boost here, because because with all the jumpy, with all the jumping enemies, or stomping enemies, or however you want to call it, however you want to call that. Okay, so it's pretty much just walking here. That we don't really have to walk. I mean, I could walk down there again, but I don't know if that would result in falling down again. Okay, so you pretty much have to be constantly moving. How much experience did this guy get? How big is that much? Okay, that's evil. You can trigger these guys and then they shoot you from... beyond the screen where you cannot see them. I mean, look at this. This is... I mean, I have to say generally in this game, the ideas for dungeons are really interesting, but I don't know if they are that thought out. Well, okay, so you can somehow hit these guys. So if you get the timing right with the blue one, you can get okay, so that part I went before was leading down here, right? I pretty much suspected that. Yeah, but now that we kind of wandered around a lot, we did get a lot of resources, which pretty much make this dungeon now a lot easier. Because we also are pretty good with levels. We already gained 2 levels, and but if these guys still get pretty serious. Yeah, that's still okay. Yeah, okay, so that's above there either was a trap, or you really need something that makes movement easier. Okay, no, up there. Up there is no good. Okay, so in rooms with tiles like these, you apparently cannot get hurt. This guy takes a lot of hits. It's a little bit hard to see in this area because the camera is so zoomed out. Not really used to it. Okay, that was close. Okay, so that's probably the way forward, and I do not want to risk jumping over there. Oh no, that probably isn't the way forward, that's just how you get back up again, probably. I mean, yes, the random accessory slots in random chests. Oh. It's that again. Nope, I'm not going to risk it. I'm healing. Curse heavy or confusion, so let's take the simple approach. Okay, that shouldn't really have hit me. Okay, we just have to do it like that, and no problem. And we're back here with almost full health. Probably use... Oh, god damn it. Okay, so the last hit of that combo apparently takes care of these guys, and it's pretty much just a hitbox that you have to hit. Yeah, it's a pretty nice dungeon so far. It's a bit more about verticality than most of the dungeons previously were. Nope. That's apparently a bad idea. So you need something like a double jump or a float jump. Float jump would work well, but I don't really think it. Since we got that power up in the later games with the same engine. Doesn't bother too much with these things. Yep, that's hurting. I mean, it's interesting that you can just circumvent that entire room by walking down here. Or walking around the edges. I mean, I'm still searching for treasure chests, so... Nope, nothing? Okay. Yeah, this is a room I... Of course, that was a few rooms back, so... Pretty much a boss arena. Oh, another fairy. Okay, that was a... Yeah, so move. Okay, since when did these guys arrive here? That's something that I'm pretty much like, why do bosses need little guys like that? Technically, this guy isn't really that bad. Ah. This was pretty much first try. If it weren't for these guys, so this is definitely the first thing here taken care of. I cannot really concentrate on the boss and these guys at the same time. I mean, I can see why they'd want to have these there, because the boss itself isn't really that hard. I mean, look at this, trying to beat these guys took me more damage than when I tried to beat the boss before. This is pretty much. Oh. Ah. Because the only reason you'd really get hit by the stomper attack is if you'd be distracted by okay, that was a lot better than last time. The kind of other annoying thing about this boss is that it kind of calls you back, but that it has a pretty big knockback. God, they shouldn't have hit me. Please. I mean, this right now is pretty miserable. Oh my god. Okay, one hit. The thing is, it's by no means really a hard boss. The biggest problem is that the area below you disappears, and that even if you hit him a good amount, like I did, that even then you can lose pretty much the entire middle part of the area, and if there are gaps in the outer section, then it's a lot harder to get around without taking damage yourself. And that's a little bit stupid, because at least make it so that you can still walk around on the outer section and that you can still move. And I mean, luckily it's not really a one-hit kill, or that you cannot jump over these things. Like with the final boss of East 1. Because the final boss of East 1 also takes away the area from below you, but if you're unlucky, he kind of traps you, and then you cannot really do anything. Okay, maybe I want to save. I don't know what lies beyond there. Yeah, but I mean, technically I don't mind this boss that much. I mean, it's still more like could have been designed a little bit better. Because yeah, you can react fast enough to run away from it when it tries to do its belly flop wheel, but then you kind of have to have enough ground so that you can move, because this is then pretty much a battle for time more than anything. And if you're a lower level and don't really do that much damage, then you can't really do this. That's a little bit sad, because I'd like to think that if you can dodge pretty much every attack, then you should be able to beat this guy even when you're a little bit lower leveled than you need to be, or generally with these bosses. Because technically you can make it so that you never get hit during the boss fights and beat these bosses earlier, but if you kind of have the problem that there are a lot of that platforms you use disappear, and it's really unfortunate. And then you pretty much have to have a certain amount of strength for your weapon, because otherwise you will pretty much die or get hit because of the floor beneath you. Now we're on the Zenith Isle. Okay, and now we don't really have that many areas left that we can go to, so we're technically already pretty far into the game. if you think about it. A little bit. It's a little bit of a shame that right now there's nothing really happening live. But again, if you're watching on the archive channel, then that shouldn't really bother you. And I mean, still, I mean, depending on for whatever reason you find this Let's Play, because I still think while these games are pretty or are not that known, they also aren't unknown because they are available on Steam, and and if you're talking about fans, then they really like these games. Which technically means if it's meant to not happen, it will happen. Definitely. So we got the red sword, we got the blue sword, now we'll get the yellow sword. And hopefully double jump. Aerosol. Or Irisol. Depending on how you pronounce it. Ah, so it's a rapier. Okay, so it's the fast sword. I really hope it gets a double jump, because it really looked like we had those stomping and jumping guys all the way back there during the whole dungeon. Then you had the boss that was stomping around the entire time. I mean, that would have been such a great opportunity to give you double jump. Yeah, but I think we're probably around the midway point. I think we're possibly even past the midway point. Again, this could just be that he's scheming something, and we have to remove these talismans. there's something new back there. Nope. Okay, so interestingly enough, Zimmer's Isle wasn't the next place we, or the next dungeon, the Ruins of Time were the next dungeon that led to Zenith Isle. I remember again that I wanted to talk about the Pokemon Direct, but now dungeon, boss, and story happened, so I was a little bit preoccupied. And I mean, we still have this guy hanging around, so I don't know if he's going to be important. Or technically it's going to be important, because I don't know what it is, and I don't want to assume anything. Man, I mean, so far with each of these bosses, they have pretty good ideas on how you have to beat them, but on one hand I think that and that is probably a thing because of the balancing, but that they take a lot of hits, and I mean, it was pretty good, it was pretty decently leveled. I didn't really feel that weak during this dungeon, and also some enemies only did like 2 damage to me, so I probably also had a good amount of defense. But then they kind of know that this boss is otherwise pretty easy, so they put those laser guys there just so that you have a little bit more to be concerned about. And then the thing with the platforms is being, because I mean, I get it, it's fine that you make a boss like that, but then still optimally have an area that can be pretty small, but have an area that the boss cannot really destroy, so that the player isn't really screwed. Yeah, because being screwed because of something like that is not really optimal. Have to look real quick. Oh my god, mad. Have to a little bit. Okay, back to the game. I just had to check something, and again, no one is. I mean, for the YouTube viewers, you can just. I hope you did skip ahead. I'm sorry if you didn't. That was my fault. How awesome it'd be to have a little bit of company. I almost wanted to start singing, but then I thought that would probably sound really stupid. So I'm not going to do that. And I don't know if this guy is sold out if you buy all of his stuff, but first of all, let's upgrade our Thunder Sword. Ah, okay, Isha is with Raba. I pretty much wanted to go see Raba right away after we were finished here, because I thought that we might have to give the mirror fragment to Orha next, but if Isha is here, then maybe not. Or Aisha again. No one's here. No one is really here to correct me on the right spelling, but since I know the spelling of Aisha with primarily A and I, and otherwise I pronounce the IE, since I'm normally speak German. I'm calling her Isha. Because again, you can spell it like that in English, but these are some of the cases, some of the famous cases where you don't really know how to probably pronounce something sometimes. I mean, on one hand it's pretty cool that you can improve these swords. But on the other, it's I don't know. You kind of have to have these the amount of upgrading materials so that you can immediately use it if you don't really fight with a lot of enemies or don't really have the MLS accessory. Then you're going to have a much harder time, and hopefully I won't have a lot of problems. And since she is here, they finally fixed that stupid bridge. Yes. Oh, Olha, not Orha. Was it really not Orha? I was pretty sure it was Orha. Did I already forget her name? I mean, it's fine. It's RNL. It's a Japanese game. That isn't really that much of a problem. Oh my god. Okay. From the feeling of a town, I'd have to say Port Grimlodge feels more like a town, and because you kind of have more unique buildings here, and there's also more to do in terms of shop. On the other hand, I mean, forest villages are always nice, and I didn't glitch through any stairs in their village, so I have a reason to hate the port town. Okay, driftwood that washed up behind the island. Sunrise Inlet. In opposition to the Moonset Shore. Okay, so we have to go and see the driftwood, which is probably one of the members of the ship that we traveled here with, because there was a girl from that ship prominently in the intro. So I'm betting that she will turn up here sooner or later. Okay, but first let's bring back the mirror fragments. Okay, I already walked through there once, so I should be able to go through there again. Okay, maybe now I have a little bit of time to talk about the Nintendo Direct again. So, the Nintendo Direct was today about new game Sword and Shield that will release on November 17, which is pretty much standard release date for Pokemon games. Okay, these guys have confusion, so Yeah, but again, I lost my train of thought again. I think my microphone cut out a little bit, but yeah, they showed some pretty cool stuff, but it was more like, again, smaller improvements and things that you kind of expect they now change. Something like areas where Pokemon are roaming wild. And it works more like the Let's Go games. But yeah, I mean that's pretty cool that you have an area where you can change the camera and kind of catch Pokemon more in an open world setting, because it's not really that big, and that's good because being too big also has its disadvantages, and I prefer it having a good size. And there are still kind of random encounters. Raid battles that are the nice multiplayer feature. Yeah, and then that Dynamax stuff, which is yeah, it's pretty much the gimmick of the game. It's kind of like fusing Mega Evolutions and Z moves together, because every Pokemon can Dynamax, but you still have a variety of moves and you can use it for 3 turns. And I don't know how I really feel about it, because I'm technically not really against it. I mean, there were pretty mixed reactions. Some of it, some people found it really cool that you can pretty much have these overblown kaiju battles with Pokemon. Others found it really stupid because it's kind of like the gimmick mechanic, and that you maybe can overuse it a little bit too much. And yeah, I'm really hoping that that it won't change too much, or that you don't really have to necessarily use it. Yeah, otherwise the locations look pretty nice, and there are still fixed routes, and I think the wildlife area will only be maybe some routes or routes. I don't know what is route. I don't know what pronunciation I'm trying to go for. I don't know English, I'm not good. But these routes are really nice that you have them, but yet you still kind of have random encounters. I mean, you can you have kind of an exclamation point in tall grass that isn't those wildlife areas, and I mean it's a really nice compromise in that you have both of them, because I still think for something like a Nuzlocke, it would be it would kind of miss the entire point if you could just decide that you have a gigantic area and you could just decide, oh, I want this Pokemon. Except if you say that the rule is that the first Pokemon you see you have to catch. Then that would be something to do, but even then there are high probabilities that you will then always get the same Pokemon. I mean, I don't really know how the probabilities work for it was Orha. Why was it so an Orha? Oh, nice. But I have to say I feel really positive about this, about the new. Not really that positive. I'm more like, not that I'm thinking it's going to be the best one, or that it's definitely going to be up there with my favorites, but because the dynamic thing seems, when I'm comparing it with Z moves and Mega Evolution, it seems a little bit too silly. because it's the other things I really could buy with the Z moves, even then it's just like you you have kind of these special moves that you can use once in a battle, and that's it. And with Mega Evolution, okay, you have gym leaders or champion or Elite Four members that had these gemstones where you could evolve them during a battle, and that was also pretty nice. I mean, I don't really have that big of an opinion about Mega Evolutions. I kind of liked the attacks better because you weren't really forced to use them as much, or you could use them much more freely. Since Mega Evolutions were really only limited to first generation Pokemon, and these already got a lot of love. So yeah, I'm just not really that excited about it. I pretty much thought what kind of gimmick would you think about next, and yeah, there were some solutions that I definitely would have preferred over this. Still, it's not that bad, but yeah, I really would have wished for something else. I mean, you have to live with what you get, so in the end, I'm fine with it. But I'm not really that excited about it, because I more or less want to battle with without most of this extra stuff, so they don't really force to do Mega Evolutions or Z attacks. And if the enemy uses it, it's just one turn on that one Pokemon, and you still have a chance to counter that with the normal setup. And Dynamaxing seems like you pretty much have to use it, and I mean, still, because oh my god. Well, I'm almost signed up, so I don't really know. It said it's below here, right? It said something about 5,000. So I'm thinking that maybe we don't have to go here right now. Maybe we do. They did tell us something about a shore that we can reach from this cave. I really have to say that the accessory that prevents poison definitely would be a nice to have for this dungeon. But yeah, again, back to the Pokemon thing. But then, generally speaking, that's it. I mean, they show a new Pokemon, and I have to say, I really like the new designs that they've shown so far. I mean, compared with the first designs I've seen for XYZ and Sun and Moon, I already can see that I don't really have any design that I don't really like or that I think is weak, except maybe for the starters. I don't really care for Grookey, and from a design standpoint, that kind of don't really see a lot of distinction. Yeah, and I mean, Sobble looks pretty okay, since it's not that obvious which animal. Well, I think I can buy it more, the similar look to the animal it's based on. While and Scorbunny looks pretty nice. That thing is really effective. That was close. And okay, safety saved. I mean, because yes, Scorpion is also simple, but it's and I think it's a really distinct design. It really flows well with what I'm kind of expecting. Oh god, why does this guy get so many critical hits? I mean, this pretty much shows me that I still have to level. Oh my god. I mean, again, these small enemies are pretty much the worst ones in the game, in my opinion. Because it's so difficult to hit them without getting hit yourself unless you're super safe. So you cannot really be directly below them, directly above them. You have to kind of hope that the explosion that you get, what is it called? I'm trying to remember how this is called. What's the English name for this? Yeah, pretty much the explosion that simply said, the AoE damage that you get from rubbing your sword into the ground. I have to look up that word. Because in German it would have been Druckwelle. So I'm thinking about it. Was there anything with a wave that describes this? I mean, simply translating it for word, it would be pressure wave. And I know this word. I know that I know the English name, but that's okay. Another one, and then I think we can go through here, unless we're not supposed to be here again. But since we did pretty well, I'm pretty sure that we're probably supposed to be here right now. Again, we didn't do 1 damage, so that means we're more or less supposed to be here. Oh my god. These small things are so extremely annoying, these slimes. And also the spiders in the moon. And again, 1 hit, immediately poisoned. Because these guys just love to stand in your way. Oh my god, you cannot see them. And okay, I don't really know what that guy was. What's that boss again? Okay, I probably have to first room, right? Yep. Oh my god. I mean, the limited field of view is also a problem. Okay, so maybe we don't necessarily have to be here right now. I have to say an HP bar for these enemies sometimes would be really nice. I know in Saseta you can tap on enemies on the Vita and see okay, I didn't really remember how much I took. Okay, I just want to get to the next save point. I just want to get here to see if I really was supposed to be here. And I have to say, a lamp would have been really nice. The forest is supposed to be a maze. That could also be it. Because yeah, now I'm back here again. I don't really know. Or was it the same location? Honestly speaking, I have no idea. These little ones even get the experience points. Oh yeah, they do. Okay, that status was... Okay, we don't have confusion here. Okay, that's probably curse. I mean, that's a pretty big cave, and oh my god. Okay, so oh, it didn't save. Okay, sometimes I don't understand this reset system, because now it reset me here when it teleported. Some other time it reset me here when I stood right before there, and sometimes it reset me right near the crystal. I'm a little bit confused, to be honest. Okay, level up. So the green ones now aren't really a threat anymore, but I don't get this cave. To be honest, oh god. Probably have to walk back this way. Just got another level. And again, I don't know if I'm really supposed to be here right now according to the strength levels, because the slimes I can now defeat without any real big problems, but first of all, they still do a lot of damage. At least the blue ones. And the other guys pretty much take no damage. Those spawners. I don't know what else I should call them. Okay, now let's try to go north every time we can. this, what did this? Oh. Going up. The real problem with orientation in such a case is that you also have a limited field of view, because it's, I mean, it's not that bad for just trying to see what's in front of you, but trying to orient yourself, it pretty much screws with your orientation inside the entire cave, because you don't really have any landmarks that and again, these kind of annoying that you pretty much get from just trying to do a drop attack, and when you're above them, then you pretty much always get hit. And they do 50 damage because they, I don't know why, but they seem to get a lot more critical hits. I mean, at least we cannot get cursed now, and I don't really want to know what curse does. Because in the worst case scenario, you pretty much die after a certain time, or other bad things happen. Now we're doing at least number of damage. Up there is again a no-go. We could reach it with double jump. I mean, I don't want to harp on double jump too much. God. Nope. Oh my god. All of those experience points gone. That's the kind of thing that irritates me the most about this game and all the other games, that if you level, you pretty much, and you want to be safe, you always have to run back to the save point, and it doesn't spawn you in the room that you were previously in, but it spawns you back at the save point. And you have to do everything again, which in case of such a dungeon like this is really annoying. Okay, so the uppercut slash apparently does more damage, so... Okay, I still only do one. That's my normal hits. And yeah, these guys are more harmless than the slimes. And that says something. And just from trying to engaging a little bit with these guys, I'm much almost dead again. Walking back. I want those experience points. Yeah, I mean, it's not that gigantic of a loss if you die. I mean, there are some older games that are far, far worse, so I think a few people that play those games would be grateful for having something like this. But it's still really annoying that you have to constantly fear that your progress is going to be eliminated. I'm probably trying to do this dungeon, and that's it for today. Ah, no, I know. I now know another way that we can do, and it's a thing I already forgot once. And that's the colored doors. I mean, it's not really that I forgot about it, it's more like since they did talk about things going on with the driftwood and the cave here, since they mentioned it by name, I thought that maybe this was the next location we had to go to, but I thought I equipped something against. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm definitely trying the other way first. And then maybe we'll come back to this dungeon. It's also well, let's go and buy something first. It's also pretty much possible that okay, so it's just made up of the same material, so it's not really... Yes, I'll probably have to go there. But then again, going back to buying something. Forgot again. Okay, let's use the electric sword a bit more. And funnily enough, I mainly use the electric and fire sword right now, so I don't really level up the what I got at first. Let's buy the poison amulet and yeah, I got a seed of strength. I almost forgot. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow, I don't know if that is going to help me a lot because I don't know if you'd get more items in regular hard mode, and that because it's catastrophe mode, I only get those magic restoring potions. I mean, they still sell for almost 7,000, and that's a lot. Okay, let's first look what kind of status ailments the enemies in the next area have before we put in that. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Rainbow Fragment and Red Tabula. Okay, and of course, now that I remember I have to go here, there isn't really anything. Ah, okay, of course. Okay, this pretty much defeats my earlier complaint about that cave. To everyone who knew this and that was rolling their eyes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I mean, I kind of expected there being something like this. Okay, this time. go back to the city then and decipher the tabula first, and then we can go back to the cave. But still, these red guys, these spawner guys, still have a lot of health. They still don't take any damage from my sword. Okay, reading time again. Firstly, I must write of the MLS, which I used to inscribe these records. MLS is a crystalline fiber spun from a rock called amyl, or emyl. I said amyl the entire time, so I'm not going to stop now. Employing a technology bestowed to us by Alma upon her arrival from Eldeen, the land of the gods. Hey, Eldeen was also the name of the winged god in Memories of Salsetta, as far as I remember. But that was the god himself, and not the realm of the gods. So I don't know if they want to draw the if they want to draw a connection like this, or if they really meant Eldeal. Unless I get the name wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Eldeen. Oh no, Eldeal, I think, not Eldeen. Okay, then then commando back. In that land, all is made from MLS. It is wood, it is steel, it is even the womb itself. In a cauldron of unfreezing water, various colors of MLS are spun, culminating in the black MLS of power and the white MLS of life. Black MLS can mimic the functions of all other colors, while white MLS holds the ability to commune with the black. Eventually, the black MLS created the great protector of the ocean, while the radiant white became the wings to project from the gods' backs. And again, if it's called MLS or Emiles, pronunciations. I have it in my head as MLS. It would be Emiles. But again, no one's correcting me, so I'm not really that intent on changing my way of talking. If there's no one complaining, if you want to complain about me pronouncing something wrong, come into the chat, or write it as a comment under one of the archive videos. That and the poison one. And that should be it. Now back to the cave. I mean, at first I thought with the pennant that you have to insert it into the shrine where Olha is right now, but then again, Olha is but then again, I probably think that's where the titular arc will appear, and since it's the titular arc, I assume that it's going to be the final boss area, and therefore that's the last place where we'd go to, so oh, hey, we're doing I really wish I really wish I get a double jump soon. Stupid bird. And I have to say there are a lot of chests that I'm apparently not being able to get because I saw them previously but I couldn't reach them, so either I have to drop them somewhere, there are other pathways, or double jump boots. I know, I'm... Wait a little bit. Stay hydrated. Oh, what's happening right now? I just saw that we did get a good amount of leg frames. That we're getting a good amount of leg frames right now. It's a little bit worse right now, so I don't know if it's just that the internet is getting a little bit if there's any boss here, I doubt I'll Okay, I thought so. Because still, if I'm doing 1 damage against these other guys, then I'm definitely not ready. But then again... Not sure what to do. Wow. I don't really get these birds. Do I just have to evade them? Because now it's like this. These the slimes don't really do any significant damage anymore, and what's going on with the frame rate? I don't know. It's going crazy right now, and not with the frame rate, but with the bit rate. It's probably because I've been streaming for so long, my computer has a little bit difficulty dealing with it because I'm recording at the same time, so yeah, since I'm getting so many lag frames, I'll probably end it for today and Yeah, because I don't want to end the stream and do it again, since there's not really anyone watching anyway, so I'll just stop recording. That's it for today. I'll probably stream again tomorrow, and I hope you're there, and yeah, that's it for today.